collection system and financial aid system called FACS. So FACS, if you are applying for financial aid, we're going to take you through a few websites to be able to do that. Reminder that we want you to apply for financial aid. We cannot process a request for any sort of financial aid if we do not have an application on file. And this month, during the month of February until March 3rd, we're going to give a few more days in March. Until March 3rd, the fee to complete a financial aid application is waived. So make sure that you do that now and you have as much information posted as possible. And I'll get to a little bit more about what that means. So, Mr. Favors, if you wouldn't mind going to the financial aid website.
Okay.
And sharing your screen again. Thank you.
Yes, no problem.
And to access financial aid, the financial aid application, you're going to go to facsmgt.com/aid. And if you want to just enter it from your browser, that's fine too.
Okay, let me move this thing's on my screen right now. Let me shrink it. Sorry, guys.
No worries. And it's facsmgt.com/aid.
Yeah. What was the last one?
Aid, AID.
Yep. Aid.
Okay. Great. So most of our families do have an account. So you're going to sign in right here where it says have an account. And sometimes our families think they only maybe do this one time a year. So they're not sure if they have an account or they forget their username and password. This is sometimes a bit of a stumbling block for us because there are so many different systems named FACS, and we have multiple emails that are aligned with different accounts and passwords. So if this is a sticky part, it is okay. We are here to help you. So you might need to click forgot username and password there, and that's all right. But if you want to go back to the home, okay, great. You can also click create an account if you're a new user. This is going to take you through, great. Do you want to create an account, Mr. Favors?
Sure, why not?
Perfect.
I'll do one.
Perfect.
And
you're going to create an account. Okay.
Yeah. This is the information we all want me to go through and fill out.
Yes, that would be great.
Okay.
I can always take this part out later in the editing too.
Let's see, United States. I'll do 67. I don't know. Roxbury Road.
I'm going to have to create this, and then we can show it on.
What is it? 02115 Sorry. Let's see. Let's do this.
Why do we have to put time zone in?
I know. Here we go.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Great. Yes. Perfect. Okay. All right.
I don't want to put my number.
That's fine.
I'll just do it.
Yeah. Okay. So now just make a username and password.
Okay. I don't know. Submit. Border Japan.
I think you can just press submit. I think you can just press submit. Oh, sorry.
Okay. Well, let's do.
Did you get one to your phone?
Okay. What is the first name of your favorite aunt? Oh, I'll do this. What was my high school mask? I want to give away my information, huh? Photo
We're gonna
ID.
cut this part out.
All right. Favorite, favorite uncle. I kind of
Oh,
do submit.
okay. Okay, great. So now we're gonna start here.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So Mr. Favors has just logged into his account and he's going to click that he's selecting 2022, 2023 for financial aid. So go ahead and select that, Mr. Favors.
Yep.
Press next to continue. Great. So this talks about the application fee. Oh, it's up to $40 an application now. And a reminder that that fee is waived for the month of February or up until March 3rd. So get your applications in now. You want to scroll down a little bit more, Mr. Favors, that would be great.
Yep.
And you're going to click begin application. Oh, before we do that, I'm sorry. Right
Okay.
in here is the required, that's okay.
Let's see, let's go back. Okay.
Right under here where it says required documentation, those are the items that you'll need to officially complete your application. You don't have to have those on hand now, as you might not have completed your tax information or returns for this last year. But if whatever you do have, you can upload today or in the future. You can return to this application, upload those pieces later on, and we'll show you how to do that as well. But why don't you click begin application, Mr. Favors? Thank you.
What's also helpful is writing your username and password down, so you don't, if you need to go back, you can always reference it.
Awesome. Very true. Okay, so now we're going to add mission grammar if your school is not already, if mission grammar is not already selected. So you're going to click add school and organization. And you can just enter our zip code or 02120. Yeah.
02120.
02120. And mission grammar is number 1. All right.
Perfect.
And then we have our scholarship aid primarily comes from the Catholic Schools Foundation. So that's one of the organizations that's going to be able to look at and affirm that this from this data. And then why don't we click save and continue? Great. So you have your information there, Mr. Favors, and you're going to go on to students on the left-hand side.
I thought I could click it. I could click it.
Part that's missing. Okay, great. Oh, do you have a co-applicant? So you'll do date of birth, marital status, relationship to student.
I have a whole bunch of stuff I have to fill out.
And you don't have to enter those things now, Mr. Favors. Why don't you,
Okay.
we'll have people do that independently, but just make sure that you're clicking the additional questions down here that you understand the data will not be used by fax in any manner, not approved by the participating institution, and will not be shared with any third party unless prior consent to the institution is requested, unless requested by you. Wait, go up a little bit more, Mr. Favors. Scroll up. Perfect. I also want to just, a little bit more, sorry. A little bit more. Great. So on the left-hand side here, these are all of the different components of the application. And you'll be able to go through those pretty quickly. It will ask you student information. It will ask you a taxable income and questions about your income, non-taxable income questions, as well as if you anticipate any change of income. If you do not file taxes, there's a place very early on in the application to indicate that. So you won't have to upload any additional files as well. Also, on the left-hand side, you'll see that there's a place for you to indicate any additional expenses, what are your assets and liabilities, because all of that information helps fax the system to make a determination on what a family would qualify for financial aid. And then we as a school, we then review that and we do our very best to meet that need based on all of the income and expenses that families have. The only other piece I wanted to just highlight is when it says students, we can't get to that part now because we're not fully created our application yet, but where it does say students, you're going to be asked to indicate scholars' names and grades, and make sure that you're putting all of your scholars in there. Even if you have students that are attending other schools, your tuition will be able to be calculated as an expense for those other schools. Like if you had a high schooler that's attending Cathedral, say, make sure that that's all in there as well. Anything you wanted to add, Mr. Favors, to this process?
No, I mean, again, I just want to, if you have any questions throughout this process, feel free to reach out. My information's in the email. My phone number's there as well as my email. So feel free to reach out. Don't feel like you're overwhelmed and you can't get it done. We're here to help you out.
Awesome. And the last thing I did want to say is I did promise there would be an opportunity for you to, you do have a chance in here as you get to the very end to upload your required documentation. So 1040 forms, so your tax return, the first 2 pages of your tax return, as well as W-2s. Again, those aren't required if you do not file, but making sure that you have those updated. It's very easy to finish this application and not have to pay a fee, and it's just done super quickly, but then forget to go back to upload those documents. And we need the most current versions of those documents. So just making sure that you have that finished. And then once that part is complete, after you've done your taxes for the year, we can then share with you what your official financial aid award is. And make sure that is all set. If it is not uploaded by September 30th, 2022, unfortunately, families lose that financial aid. So making sure that the documentation is there to prove the need is essential, and it's a requirement in the process. Great. So with that said, we hope that you go ahead and try this out on your own. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. This application is also available in Spanish, and it's located at the upper right-hand corner of the screen. So if you know anyone who needs the application access in Spanish as well, you can go ahead and click that. Great. All right. Well, Mr. Favors is always available, as well as myself. We are here to help. We're happy to help. We've also trained many of our staff members on how to use these applications as well. So we'll be able to be available to assist you in any way that you need. Great.
Absolutely.
Thanks, everyone. Take care. And thank you for the trust and joy which you bring to Mission Grammar each and every day. We're so grateful that we get to share our incredible school with your incredible families. And we are excited for next year.
Looking
Bye,
forward to
everyone.
building with your scholars. See you later.